Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. I've had a lot of folks ask me over the past year or so, who I think is ultimately responsible for making determinations on Thai immigration policy. Well, I think it often happens in a consensus basis. The cabinet meets, they discuss these things, and they kind of iron things out. But some things have come up. I've noticed in a number of publications recently, various discussions talking about immigration policy, and there seems to be some input from, for example, public health officials and the CCSA, as well as obviously from the Prime Minister and Interior Ministry and the head of immigration himself. But I thought this was really interesting. This came up in a number of different things that I read, research and things over the past few weeks, and so I decided to go ahead and make a video. This first article is called "Government Mulls Visa Rule Overhaul for Expats, Tourists, Investors." And this is from April 12, 2021 in the Bangkok Post. That's bangkokpost.com. And this particular excerpt I thought was interesting. Quoting, quote, "Immigration rules are the key pain point," unquote, "for foreigners working in Thailand." And that's quoting this individual, Chayotid Kritikorn, 54, a former head of JP Morgan Securities Thailand, who's leading a government task force to smooth investment into Thailand, said in a phone interview from Bangkok, quote, "We want to make it easier for foreigners to live and work in Thailand." And then I found this in another article. This came from Asia Times. It's asiatimes.com. Article is titled, "Thailand Lures the Rich as Tourism Revival Hope Fades." And we've certainly, the news regarding the future of tourism, at least throughout the forthcoming few months, has not been great. But quoting directly, quote, "You are not going to see 40 million tourists back anytime soon, so we need to make some changes there," unquote, said Chayotid Kritikorn, 54, former head of JP Morgan Securities Thailand and current advisor to Thai Deputy Prime Minister Supathanapong Punmi-Chau, the government's chief economic policy director. In January, Chayotid quit the private sector to head a government task force set up by Supathanapong to facilitate foreign direct investment and promote foreign exchange earning sectors in Thailand's post-COVID economy. So, interestingly enough, there appears to be a task force on this that seems to have some bailiwick pertaining to Thai immigration, kind of on a general context, at least from the standpoint of things like immigration. So interesting. I noticed that in more than one periodical, not just these two, but these two I just went ahead and quoted because they provided the most insight. Remains to be seen exactly how this is going to pertain and play out with respect to immigration, but I thought it was interesting. There does appear to be certain groups out there that are trying to smooth out the overall Thai immigration process. We'll certainly keep people updated on this channel as the situation progresses.